Today we're going to take a look at a really great tool called TimeToast. Now TimeToast lets you make really great interactive timelines using the web very, very simply. So over here you can see a featured timeline that they have about the moon landing. And what's really neat is as I scrub over each of these little black dots, I kind of see that point in the time, and I can click on any of these little bubbles to get more information. So I get a full high-res picture, and I get as much information as I want about the topic. And of course that's all edited by the user. I could also scrub over using the timeline scrub bar on the bottom, and you can see it just has a really cool look to it. It's something that kids really enjoy, but the nice thing about it is the fact that A, it looks really good, but B, it's not cluttered. There's not too many options here. So it's very, very simple to understand, and actually it's pretty simple to make. So let's take a look at how to make one of these real quick. What you would do is log in to a free account. I've already done that, so what I'm going to do over here is go to My Timelines, and I have a first timeline that I just started called the History of the iPod. So let's go over here to View. There's nothing there yet, so very, very simply I'm just going to go over here to Edit, and over here on the bottom you'll see the three choices I have. Add an event, add a time span, and then edit title and picture. So let's add a time span, and I'm going to say that this starts on the 21st of October in 2001, which is crazy to think the iPod's been around that long. And the end date, well, I'm not going to give it an end date really, so I'll just say the 31st of January 2020, because, you know, who knows. But anyway, so this is going to be iPod history. And you could insert a link, and we could say the link text is iPod, and we can go to apple.com/iPod. Create link, create time span, and there we go. So this is the history of the time of Apple, and if we click on that, it'll take you to that. Okay, very, very easily I want to go over here and go to Add Event. So that's the main meat of what we're going to be doing here. I'm going to choose an image from this box over here. And I had uploaded a couple of pictures of different generation iPods. So I'm going to go to the first generation here, and I'm going to go to Done. But before I do Done, I just want to show you over here. It shows you a sample of what you're going to get as the current image. You can choose to upload a new image. Very simply, let's just browse and select any image you have. The image size is up to 3 megabytes. So truthfully, you know, you can put up a pretty decent sized image over there. I'm going to go to Done. And now over here, you give it a title. So I'm going to say iPod Generation 1 released, and that, as I said, was on the 21st of October in 2001. So very simple. You could again insert a link, so you put a website there, and you could also put a lot of description there. So let's see, Apple Computer, which at the time it was Apple Computer, releases the first generation of its MP3 player. And you can obviously write a lot more about that. So go to Create Event, and there it is, right there, iPod 1 released. I click on it, and when I'm actually in the view mode, not the editing mode, I'll see more about it. So I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to go to Add Event over here, and I don't know the date for when some of these other models came out, although I'm sure I could look it up on Wikipedia. But I'm going to click on this, which I believe is the fourth generation iPod. So I'm going to go to Done, or the iPod Photo. So I'm going to say iPod Photo released. And again, the same thing. You could put text over here. Let's see. iPod Photo released. That allows users to view pictures on their iPods. Okay, and that was released. I'm just going to make up a date over here because, as I said, I don't know. Let's say it's in 2004. I'm going to go to Create Event, and there it is. So I can kind of scrub between events over here, and you'll see it's already starting to look pretty decent. If I click on it, again, not in the view mode. So let's say view this timeline, and here we go. They have the main event over here, which if it click on this link, it'll take you to the Apple website. And over here, you can click on either of those, and you can see the picture of the iPod, as well as a description about it. It's a really great tool. Now the nice thing about this is that all the timelines can be commented on, so it's very, very Web 2.0 friendly, and you could write, you know, great job, or the date is wrong, or the question about it. You could also click over here and view it as a list. So instead of going to see the timeline in that fancy form, you can actually take a really neat, very basic look of the timeline over here as a kind of a table. I'm going to go over to My Timelines up on top, and over here, it's a really neat thing you can do. If I click on Publish over here, it'll actually publish the timeline and it'll be available on TimeToast. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'm going to go to View. And you'll notice some options now appear on the below over here. I can edit the timeline since I'm still signed in, view it as a list, but I could also share it via any of these social networks. So we have Delicious, Dig, Reddit, Twitter, StumbleUpon, but here's really where it gets neat. Embed and share. I click on Embed and Share, and it shows you over here exactly a direct link to it, so that gives you the URL, the embed code, so it gives you the HTML code. It is a Flash-based document, so you might not be able to see it on all devices, but you can embed it on any website or personal class page you have. Plus, you can customize it, choosing a different background color or a different size of the page. Really, really neat, very, very easy. So give it a shot. This is TimeToast.com.